Good evening, you're watching Express News with me Nancy Kohli, and today our episode is dedicated to the former External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj, and India and the world is united in remembering her. And let's begin with all the stories. The nation bids adieu to former External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj. Last rites performed with full state honours in New Delhi. Basuni Swaraj, the daughter of former External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj, performed the last rites. Vice President M Venkaiah Naidu, Prime Minister Modi, senior BJP leader LK Advani were present at the crematorium ground. Union Ministers Amit Shah, Rajnath Singh, JP Nadda, Ravi Shankar Prasad, Piyush Goyal and other leaders were also present at the crematorium ground. President Ramnath Kovind, Vice President M Venkaiah Naidu, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla, Prime Minister Modi paid their last respects. Home Minister Amit Shah, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and several other union ministers also paid their last respects to the BJP leader. People from all walks of life paid tributes to the former External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj during her last journey. Leaders cutting across party lines expressed shock at the sudden demise of former External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj. President Ramnath Kovind, Vice President M Venkaiah Naidu, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla, Prime Minister Modi condoled Swaraj's demise. BJP President and Home Minister Amit Shah and several other union ministers including Defence Minister Rajnath Singh also expressed grief and remembered her affectionately. President Ramnath Kovind tweeted saying, "Extremely shocked to hear of the passing of Shrimati Sushma Swaraj. The country has lost a much-loved leader who epitomized dignity, courage and integrity in public life. Ever willing to help others, she will always be remembered for her service to the people of India." Vice President M Venkaiah Naidu also tweeted saying, "It's a great personal loss to me. In her demise, the nation has lost one of its most beloved and distinguished daughters." Prime Minister Modi described the former External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj as a prolific orator and outstanding parliamentarian. Prime Minister Modi tweeted saying, "A glorious chapter in the Indian politics comes to an end. India grieves the demise of a remarkable leader who devoted her life to public service and bettering the lives of the poor. Sushma Swaraj ji was one of her kind who was a source of inspiration for crores of people." Prime Minister Modi also tweeted saying, "I cannot forget the manner in which Sushma ji worked tirelessly as the External Affairs Minister in the last 5 years. Even when her health was not good, she would do everything possible to do justice to her work and remain up to date with the matters of her ministry. The spirit and commitment was unparalleled." Prime Minister Modi also said in a tweet that Sushma ji's demise is a personal loss. "She will be remembered fondly for everything that she has done for India. My thoughts are with her family, supporters and admirers in this very unfortunate hour. Om Shanti." Union Minister and BJP leader Nitin Gadkari has expressed grief over the demise of former External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj, saying her passing away is a personal loss for him, the party and the country. He said that she played a key role in the expansion of the BJP and had guided him as an elder sister. BJP National Working President JP Nadda paid his last respects to the former External Affairs Minister and BJP leader Sushma Swaraj at her residence. She passed away last night due to a heart attack. External Affairs Minister S. Shankar said, "Deeply shocked to learn of the passing away of Sushma Swaraj. Difficult to accept this news. The whole nation grieves, the Foreign Ministry even more so." Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar also mourned the demise of External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj and said that she was an extraordinary figure connecting the common man with the Ministry of External Affairs. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla said Sushma Swaraj ji was an ambassador of the Indian culture. She was an able administrator and a sensitive leader. Today, the entire country is sad to lose a leader like her. She understood everyone's problems and solved them. We are standing with her family. The Rajya Sabha on Wednesday mourned the demise of its former member and senior BJP leader Sushma Swaraj, with Chairman M Venkaiah Naidu calling her an able administrator and a true voice of the people. He said Sushma Swaraj was a sister to him who used to tie Rakhi to him every year. He says, this year I will be missing this honor. Veteran BJP leader LK Advani expressed condolences over the death of former External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj, saying it is an irreparable loss to him and he would miss her immensely. In his condolence letter, he had written that Sushma Swaraj is very compassionate in nature and he does not recall a single year when she missed bringing his favorite chocolate cake on his birthday. Congress leader Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi paid their last respects to the former External Affairs Minister and the BJP leader Sushma Swaraj. Former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh on Wednesday expressed shock at the demise of the senior BJP leader and Sushma Swaraj, describing her as a great parliamentarian and exceptionally talented union minister. He said, I have fond memories with her when she was the leader of the opposition. The Bahujan Samaj Party chief Mayawati paid her last respects to former External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj in Delhi. Haryana government announced a two-day state mourning to pay respects to senior BJP leader and former External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj. The Delhi government announced a two-day state mourning as a mark of respect for the senior BJP leader Sushma Swaraj. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee was shocked over the sudden demise of Sushma Swaraj. She said in a tweet that she will miss the cordial time spent together. She also said that deeply saddened, shocked at the sudden passing away of Sushma Swaraj ji. I knew her since the 1990s. Even though our ideologies differed, we shared many cordial times in Parliament. An outstanding politician, leader and a good human being. We'll miss her. Condolences to her family and admirers. Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar took to Twitter to pay homage to Sushma Swaraj. He said she was an eloquent orator, rich in prodigious talent with brilliant and efficient leadership. He also said that former Union Minister, senior BJP leader Sushma Swaraj ji saddened. She was a prolific speaker, rich and brilliant with brilliant leadership. The country will always remember her work. God rest her soul, unquote. NCP Chief Sharad Pawar also expressed shock over the demise of the senior BJP leader and former External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj. He tweeted, shocked to hear about the sad demise of Sushma Swaraj ji. She would always call me Sharad Bhau. We have lost a great statesman, eloquent orator, efficient administrator, fellow parliamentarian and above all a kind-hearted person. Uttarakhand Chief Minister Trivendra Singh Rawat expressed grief over the sudden demise of former External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj. He said it's a huge loss for the nation. State mourning declared. A. Surya Prakash, the chairperson of Prasar Bharati, expressed his condolences on the sad demise of the BJP leader Sushma Swaraj. Remembering her, he said that she was a great Democrat who endeared herself to the people. He says there's a lot to learn from her. Her death has created a big vacuum in our democracy. BJP leader Sushma Swaraj was born on 14 February 1952 in Haryana's Ambala Cant. Her father was a RSS member, which led to her keen interest in politics. She began as a student leader in the 1970s and campaigned vigorously against the Indira Gandhi-led Congress regime. Sushma Swaraj, who earned a degree in law from Punjab University, began practice as an advocate in the Supreme Court of India in 1973. She was married to former Mizoram Governor Swaraj Kaushal, and the couple has a daughter who too has completed law from the Oxford University. Sushma Swaraj embarked her great political journey from Ambala in Haryana. She was elected as the member of Haryana Legislative Assembly in 1977 and served as the Cabinet Minister for Labour and Employment. A powerful and articulate orator, Sushma Swaraj joined the BJP in the year 1980, and her influence within the party grew rapidly due to her loyalty to party's philosophy, organizational ability and parliamentary skills. In 1987, she was re-elected as the member of Haryana Legislative Assembly and went on to become the youngest minister in India during the Janata Party government. She served as the Cabinet Minister for Education, Food and Civil Supplies till 1990. She was referred as the best speaker of Haryana successively for 3 years. Sushma Swaraj was elected as a member of the Rajya Sabha for the first time in 1990 and remained there until she was elected to the 11th Lok Sabha from the South Delhi constituency in 1996. In the year 1997, at the age of 25, Sushma Swaraj became the country's youngest cabinet minister of a state from Haryana. She also enjoyed the distinction of the first ever woman spokesperson of a national party, and in October 1998, she became Delhi's first woman chief minister. She then returned to centre politics after remaining the Chief Minister of Delhi for 53 days. Sushma Swaraj was re-elected from the South Delhi constituency in 1998 and was appointed as the Information and Broadcasting Minister in the Atal Bihari Vajpayee government. In 1999, she faced off with Sonia Gandhi in Bellary, a constituency in Karnataka from where the Congress had never lost till then. The BJP leader impressed the electorate with a smattering of Kannada in her speeches. Sonia Gandhi had to work really hard to ensure her victory by a margin of just 56,100 votes. In the year 2000, Sushma Swaraj was elected to the Rajya Sabha from Uttar Pradesh and was promptly made the Information and Broadcasting Minister by the then Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. She served as the Minister of Health and Family Welfare and also the Minister of Parliamentary Affairs from 2003 to 2004. In the year 2006, Sushma Swaraj returned to the Rajya Sabha, but this time from Madhya Pradesh. A woman of both words and action, veteran leader Sushma Swaraj was awarded the Best Parliamentarian Award for 2 times in the year 2008 and 2010. In the year 2009, she contested the parliamentary election from Vidisha and romped home comfortably by a margin of 3.8 lakh votes. She also became the first woman leader of the opposition in the Lok Sabha in 2009. Sushma Swaraj was the second woman after former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi to become the External Affairs Minister as an independent charge from 26th May 2014 to 30th May 2019 under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Under her leadership, the External Affairs Ministry introduced several new initiatives including the Act East policy, the passport infrastructure expansion and leveraging digital diplomacy and engagement. It was former External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj under whom the Look East policy became the Act East policy, with a fresh impetus to engagement with the ASEAN nations and East Asia. Her first multilateral engagement as minister came at the ASEAN Regional Forum and the East Asia Summit Foreign Ministers meeting. She was able to strengthen relations with India's allies and build new relationships, expanding nation's sphere of influence globally. The External Affairs Ministry had published a booklet under Sushma Swaraj's leadership called Fast Track Diplomacy, showcasing its achievements. The veteran leader had then said that the catchphrase for her tenure was Fast Track Diplomacy, and it had 3 phases: proactive, strong and sensitive. Thereafter, during her tenure, she held roundtable meetings with all the Indian heads of missions to the SAARC region, the ASEAN region and West Asia separately as a follow-up measure, thus proving her words. India's foreign policy acquired a new direction through multilateral and bilateral engagements during Sushma Swaraj's tenure, and she led the way in establishing new methods for global foreign policy engagement in the 21st century. Former External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj addressed the UNGA on 2 occasions, and her words echoed across the assembly. Sushma Swaraj slammed Pakistan on the issue of terror. She said India is completely engaged in fighting poverty. Our neighbor Pakistan seems only engaged in fighting us. She spoke on a host of issues and highlighted government schemes. She spoke on how India benefited from these schemes. Sushma Swaraj was praised for forcefully calling out on Pakistan for fostering terror in her address on an international forum. The United Nations General Assembly President has hailed India's former External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj as an extraordinary woman and leader. In a tweet, the UNGA president said, saddened by the news of the passing of Sushma Swaraj, an extraordinary woman and leader who devoted her life to public service. I had the honor of meeting her in my visits to India and will always remember her fondly. My deepest condolences to all of her loved ones. During her tenure as the External Affairs Minister, Sushma Swaraj handled several strategically sensitive issues, including the Indo-Pak and Sino-India relations. Sushma Swaraj's role in resolving the prickly Doklam standoff between the Indian and Chinese sides will always be remembered. India's joining of the SCO was also a key achievement during her tenure as the External Affairs Minister. Under Sushma Swaraj's able leadership, Operation Rahat was launched by the Indian Armed Forces to evacuate more than 4,000 Indian citizens and other foreign nationals from Yemen during the 2015 military intervention by Saudi Arabia and its allies. Even though relentless Saudi bombing of Yemenis locations had made evacuation of the Indian civilians very difficult, the operation was successfully carried out because of the former Foreign Affairs Minister's efforts. It was in the year 2018 that Sushma Swaraj's Twitter followers count crossed the 11 million threshold, making her the world's most followed woman leader and definitely the most followed foreign minister. Her popularity grew on account of the goodwill she collected from people across borders and boundaries. Sushma Swaraj was the only minister who brought a human touch to the ministry. Her greatest legacy lies in using social media to connect with the masses. She used Twitter and other platforms to reach out to the Indian diaspora and resolve their problems. From helping Neha Parekh's senior citizen parents get emergency travel documents in Turkey after losing their passports to helping Geeta find her parents, Sushma Swaraj's new form of digital diplomacy took the world by storm. Thousands of requests from Indians across the world poured in, and the External Affairs Ministry responded to all. It was only because of Sushma Swaraj's personal concern and efforts that she decided to intervene and sought a report from the Indian consulate in Dubai in 2016 when Jagannath Selvaraj was denied the permission to go back to India to attend his demised mother's funeral. Selvaraj could then go home to be with his loved ones in India. Sushma Swaraj's efforts always had a special place in the youth's hearts. It was in the year 2018 that she assured help to a 14-year-old girl studying in a government school in an underprivileged community in Delhi when she was facing the visa issues for her travel to London after being selected to represent India at a global conference. She also reached out to people from other nations visiting India. In the year 2017, Sushma Swaraj reached out to the family of a 7-year-old Pakistani girl after they requested to travel to India for the girl's open heart. She earned worldwide praise when she tweeted that a medical visa would be granted to the girl. Sushma Swaraj's tenure as the External Affairs Minister had a global impact in putting human concerns first. She became a global leader, and with her interventions through digital diplomacy, she lived up to the Indian mantra of happiness for all and universal brotherhood. On 19th February this year, she accepted the prestigious Grand Cross of Order of Civil Merit, which was conferred by the Spanish government in recognition of India's support in evacuating its citizens from Nepal during the earthquake in 2015. Sushma Swaraj took decisions from her heart while helping distressed citizens and ensuring that India stood tall on international platforms. Zaina B, who was rescued from Saudi Arabia when the late Sushma Swaraj was the External Affairs Minister, was all in tears while remembering her. Geeta, who was brought back from Pakistan in 2015 under the leadership of Sushma Swaraj as the External Affairs Minister, paid tributes to her in Indore. Sarabjit Singh's sister Dalbir Kaur said that the demise of Sushma Swaraj is a huge loss for the entire country. While remembering her, she said Swaraj always helped people. May her soul rest in peace. Senior advocate Harish Salve said that Sushma Swaraj was like an elder sister to him and was simply stunned after hearing about her demise. Sun Weidong, the Chinese ambassador to India, said, "Sad to learn about the passing away of the former External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj, and also appreciated her contributions towards China-India relations." The former president of Maldives, Mohammad Nasheed, expressed his grief over the demise of the former minister. He tweeted, "I am so sad to hear of the passing of Sushma Swaraj. She was undoubtedly the best among the very best of diplomats. She understood South Asia and how it relates to the rest of the world. With her passing, we have lost a good colleague and friend." United States Ambassador to India, Kenneth Juster, also tweeted his condolences. He tweeted, "We send our deepest sympathies to the family and the friends of Sushma Swaraj. She was a great champion of the US-India relationship. She will be greatly missed. Hashtag rest in peace, Sushma ji." The US Embassy in Delhi mourned over the demise of former External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj. It said that Minister Swaraj was greatly respected and viewed as an outstanding representative of the Indian people, both at home and abroad. The Foreign Minister of Nepal said that untimely demise of former External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj is a huge loss for India and Nepal. He also said Swaraj was very trustworthy and a good friend of Nepal. The Prime Minister of Sri Lanka, Ranil Wickremesinghe, conveyed deepest condolences to the people of India. He said that Sri Lanka will always remember her for the personal touch she brought in the relations between the two countries. Israeli Ambassador to India, Ron Malka, paid last respects to the mortal remains of former External Affairs Minister and the BJP leader. The Dalai Lama offered prayers and condolences to Sushma Swaraj. He said that he had immense respect for her, compassionate concern and people, and led a very meaningful life. Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina paid tributes to Sushma Swaraj and extended sympathy to her family. She said she was a good friend of Bangladesh. With her death, Bangladesh has lost a good friend. Bangladesh will always recall her contributions in taking the relationship between the two countries to a new height. Former Afghan President Hamid Karzai also tweeted his condolences. He tweeted, "Deeply saddened to hear of the loss of Bhenji Sushma Swaraj, a tall leader and a great orator and people's person. My profound condolences to the people of India and her family and friends." Boxer MC Mary Kom shared a photograph with the former External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj to express her grief over her demise. Indian cricketer Shikhar Dhawan took to Twitter and expressed grief as Sushma Swaraj passed away last night. Former Indian cricket player Sachin Tendulkar took to Twitter to pay homage to Sushma Swaraj. He tweeted, "Deeply saddened to hear about the passing away of Sushma Swaraj ji. May her soul rest in peace." Indian cricketer Virat Kohli paid homage to the admired BJP leader as he expressed his grief in his tweet. Paying respects through Twitter, cricketer turned politician Gautam Gambhir expressed his distress on the demise of Sushma Swaraj. The owner of MD8 Spice Company, Mahashay Dharampal Gulati, gets emotional after paying tribute to the mortal remains of the former External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj. Actress Hema Malini paid homage to the former External Affairs Minister on Twitter. She said, "Sushma Swaraj ji is no more. It's a big loss to our nation." Veteran actress Shabana Azmi shared her distress in her tweet, saying, "Deeply saddened that Sushma Swaraj has passed away. In spite of political differences, we had an extremely cordial relationship. I was one of her Navratnas, as she called us, during her and the INB ministership, and she gave industry status to the film. Articulate, sharp and accessible. Rest in peace." Member of Parliament and actor Kiran Kher also expressed her grief. She tweeted, "Shocked and deeply saddened to hear about Sushma ji. What an amazing leader, orator and minister. My condolences to her family. You will be missed, dear Sushma ji. Rest in peace." Veteran actor Amitabh Bachchan shared a photograph with Sushma Swaraj and prayed for peace to the departed soul in a tweet describing her as a dynamic leader and an outstanding orator. Singer Lata Mangeshkar also paid tribute and took to Twitter saying, "Deeply shocked and saddened to hear about Sushma Swaraj's sudden demise." She tweeted, "A graceful and honest leader, a sensitive and selfless soul, a keen understanding of music and poetry, and a dear friend. Our former External Affairs Minister will be remembered fondly." Bollywood actor Akshay Kumar also paid homage to Sushma Swaraj on Twitter. He tweeted saying, "Extremely sad to hear about the passing away of Sushma Swaraj ji. She was such a dynamic leader, someone who was unanimously admired and respected by all. My thoughts and prayers with her family. May her soul rest in peace." Actress Pariniti Chopra said that she hails from Ambala Can, same as Sushma Swaraj ji. She always felt proud that a woman from the small town made it big and made a difference. Lyricist Javed Akhtar expressed his grief by tweeting, "Deeply saddened by Sushma ji's demise. The music fraternity will be indebted to her for magnificent defense of their rights in the Lok Sabha." Actor Anushka Sharma condoled the passing of the former External Affairs Minister in her tweet, saying she is saddened to hear about the sudden demise of Sushma Swaraj ji. May her soul rest in peace. Actor Ritesh Deshmukh expressed grief and said, "I had the good fortune of meeting Sushma Swaraj ji in 2001 when she visited Ramoji Film City, where Janelia and I were shooting for a debut film. She blessed us and wished us success as newcomers. It energized and encouraged us. Thank you for your grace, ma'am." Bollywood actor Sanjay Dutt was absolutely shocked and devastated to hear about the former minister passing away. He expressed his grief on Twitter and wrote, "Rest in peace, Sushma ji. Absolutely shocked and devastated to hear about her passing. She always was close to me and was extremely kind since the early days. My heartfelt condolences to the family and our entire nation for this great loss." Describing her as a fierce leader and exceptional human being, actor Anil Kapoor tweeted, "It's with a heavy heart that we bid goodbye to the fierce leader and exceptional human being that Sushma Swaraj ji was. Her loss will be felt deeply by the whole nation as we keep the memory of her leadership and wisdom alive in our hearts. Rest in peace, Iron Lady." With that, it's a wrap on the Express News, but we are all remembering Sushma Swaraj ji. Thanks for being with us.